Hi, I'm going to be doing an energy report and just kind of a little bit on 2020. I've been kind of starting to put out some stuff on basically what is going to align for 2020. Give me a minute to find this video and to get it set up. I'm going to be doing Lemurian Oracle cards today. They're some of my favorites lately. So if you're going to want a card, go ahead and just drop a comment right now while I get set up. Take a second to share this out too. I'm gonna have to kind of put this out there that for sure it helps so much when you guys are sharing this content out. I say you never know who will find one of these videos, see one of these spiritual memes, and it could open up a whole nother kind of world for people, like it did me when I was kind of getting into consciousness and things like that. So for sure, take a second, share this video out. It really helps to get this content out. I'm about to get started. I'm going to go ahead and do an energy report. So take a second, share this out. Just go ahead and drop a comment if you're going to want a card. We're going to talk a little bit about the energies. We just had an eclipse, right? I've been like waiting for that one too. And a lot of people are feeling it though. So I'm going to talk a little bit about these eclipses and kind of what to expect for 2020. We actually are going to have 6 eclipses in 2020. And the one we just had does not count. That's 2019, right? So, you know, we really can expect several more eclipses. These are powerful though. We know that the effects of an eclipse is almost like kind of like an energy reset. I describe it like an EMF device going off and taking out all of the electronics. That is us. It really recalibrates us and shuts us down and makes us kind of find our frequency again. We know that the effects of an eclipse can last for even up to like 6 months, at the least several months. So we have some powerful kind of energetic occurrences that are occurring. At the same time, we're noticing a huge influx of not just solar energy, but galactic energies as well. We are at a K3 index today, and we can see that we're going to remain there for a little bit. You could see yesterday that the Schumann resonance had a power hertz of 90 frequencies. Anything above 40 hertz really is 5D. These are the new energies of 2020 that are really kind of, you know, taking us into 2020. We're at a powerful place because we're in between these 2 eclipses. We will have the second of this kind of pair of eclipses occurring on January 10th. This will actually be a full moon lunar eclipse as well. So we can expect we're going to see a lot of powerful energy. This energy is powerful for manifesting. 2020 is us about dropping the 3D narratives, right, and stepping into our power as co-creators and manifesting the experiences that we want to have. We're starting to be able to pretty much instant manifest. So we really have to practice when it comes to our abilities. I just did a video in our class space, Awakening to Ascension. It is pretty much 2020 for me already, right? We're already in these energies, so I'm starting our class spaces over again. You guys can always find those areas on the group section of this page. There's a group section with the groups that I do, and I have some class spaces that are really amazing. So if you guys want to, you know, learn more about how to manifest, what that is, go find that video. Just did it. Let me see, what else? We're going to see a lot unfold. We're going to see kind of the collective look a little bit like the Tower card as we're entering 2020, where the things that are no longer in alignment are really going to kind of transform into something better. So there's a lot of kind of, we'll say, transformation occurring as this ascension is unfolding. The frequencies are going up on the planet, and we need to become lighter. We need to evolve to keep up with these new energies, right? So we're kind of having to change our old habits, our ways of seeing things, our ways of being, and we're learning how to have to shift our frequency. A lot of people are, you know, feeling these new frequencies. People are going to start to become much more energy sensitive, tuned into their feelings, intuition. We have a lot of areas of the body that are being activated. The next 2 years until 2022 are going to be powerful in terms of our DNA and the work that is done on us and on our physical bodies as well. So we have a lot kind of unfolding in our near future. This is meant to be positive. I know a lot of people will see these same experiences and will not understand, and they might see it as scary or not, fear-based, but these are meant to be, divine experiences, us getting moved to higher outcomes, us finding ourselves, becoming authentic, stepping into our power. The last video I just talked about how 2020 will be about us manifesting things that are good for us or feel good for us. So really make sure that you guys are manifesting more fun experiences. Time to make a manifesting list, I said, right? For 2020, drop the material. Why don't you think of fun experiences you could be having, right? Everyone's real focused on the material, not understanding that there is a very real chance that might fade away in the very near future. And we need to really practice when it comes to the spiritual, the unseen, our health, our bodies, our energy, for sure. All right, my link is above. I haven't been live in a while. I have been off-grid playing in the fairy realms, right? I've been off-grid playing in the fairy realms this year. In 2019, I did a lot of crop circle videos. I did sacred sites, and I'm thinking about what I'm going to manifest for 2020. I'm going to be doing a lot of kind of events, and I'm going to do some in-person ones at a couple of these sacred sites this summer, so I'm really excited about that. My next event on this page is for that January 10th Crazy Energy Shift. I can't wait. I have an event on this page, so for sure, make sure you follow that too. This is the year where you get it together. The excuses fly out the window, where you become the best version of yourself possible. Whatever is getting in the way, those are your blocks. Right? Whatever is telling you can't achieve this or you can't do this, get rid of it. Heal it. Those are the blocks. Those are the areas that you need to work on. I'm also manifesting students. If people want to learn how to tap into this stuff on deeper levels, my link is above. I am booking readings again too. I just got all caught up and did them all. So I am here booking Akashic readings. If you need one, I think people don't know how to reach me good. Just go to my site. I literally will come find you like magic. Katrina Ondervark. Lemurian egg. It's my favorite picture because it's where the whole planet is at, right? Lemurian egg, rest, regeneration. You're full of divine potential. We are being asked to slow down right now. It's because the paths that we're on are not working. They're no longer serving us. Time to reassess. I was kind of getting into this philosophy. I saw this book and my friend had it and I saw it on their video, and it was like work less, work smarter, right? Kind of mentality. So we're kind of used to running around a lot. It's time to slow down right now to really think about what you want to experience for 2020, to kind of get an idea of where you want to go. We are the creators of our reality, and we're creating our experience. So for sure, really think about where you want to be. Chuck DeBalls 2. Blu-ray being, direct divine expression, bridge between dimensions. Once we wake up, we're expected to be that kind of bridge between worlds. I know this is kind of just my world and how it works here, right? Consciousness videos and information everywhere, but a lot of people don't know how to access this stuff. A lot of people are not aware of what is happening and how this kind of shifted consciousness is kind of unfolding. You're going to be put to work in the very near future if you guys are not already on missions. The people that are awake, congratulations, you're a light worker of some sort and you've been activated for service. So it's much more than just a spiritual awakening that is occurring. I couldn't begin to tell you how beautiful this planet would be, where everyone was of service, had these divine missions, kind of, creating a small piece of the bigger part. So I think everyone has been on a planet before where everyone was service of self and experienced that, as we're shifting and kind of going throughout our spiritual evolution. So, really just stay service oriented right now for sure. Susan Eldstein Blanc. Arturians, pure white light, DNA healing, sacred geometry. Keep working on your DNA. We have so much garbage that is kind of being passed down these bloodlines, whether it is ancestral trauma, things like that. But we're interconnected. We also have our own experiences in past life trauma in our DNA and things like that. So we're really being recoded right now. Any work that you could do on your DNA, and I try explaining this to people, would help you so much. People are like, well, what should I do? We should have a huge focus on repairing and activating our DNA during this time. Our DNA is far from garbage. It actually contains pretty much much our past life memories, past life knowing. It's our spiritual connection, right? It also contains our spiritual abilities. It makes us multidimensional once we're activated. For sure, we should have a huge emphasis, you know, the next 2 years on further activating our DNA. We have infinite potential. Maria Garcia. Key to your freedom, healed inner child, create inner safety, self-kindness. Keep working on healing your inner child. Really, we can gauge where we're at and how much we need to heal our inner child with how much love we are giving ourselves. So really work on self-love, inner child healing issues. Diamante. Esnes and energies, attuned to the subtle energies, balance, frequency holders. Facebook can be a lot for me because if I find myself scrolling, I feel like there's just a lot of people in different frequencies on my feed even, right? And so I'm trying to find my own frequency and be one of those frequency holders that is emitting my frequency rather than kind of absorbing everyone else's around me. It's very important that us light workers are kind of emitting our own frequency rather than absorbing everyone else's. A lot of us are going to realize that we're very empathic, as in we're taking on lower energies, and a lot of people get into this victim programming about that, right? Well, we're meant to be alchemizing things around here. We're meant to be taking in those lower frequencies and putting out good vibes. We're not meant to be absorbing someone else's anger, frustration, bad day. We're meant to have mastery where we're taking that in and then, you know, transmuting it, maybe laughing, maybe making it lighter, right? Trying to fix it, trying to work at it. We're not meant to fix other people. We're frequency fixers. We're meant to be absorbing that and putting out our own good frequencies. So for sure, stay really focused on finding your own frequency. Let's see, Darlene Saldana. I know, it is early. I'm on UK time, but I'm even earlier. Heaven on earth. You're invited to the fifth dimension, new earth, spirit, and matter. And this is something that we have to work to attain. It's always been like that. It's always been accessible. We can see that throughout time, that there have always been people that have, you know, reached enlightenment as well as ascension. But this is the first time we're ever going to do it as a collective group. Yes, where we all are attempting to make this same spiritual ascension together. So we are attempting to do this together. There's nothing more important than your ascension. Anything you guys are putting ahead of the spiritual, whether it's your job, your kids, your family, your situation, not good. Time to focus on the spiritual around you. It's very important that we're working on our own spiritual development and as well as unlocking ourselves spiritually and energetically. Lisa M. Taylor. Cosmic self. You're a cosmic being. Stay confident in your truth. Work on your throat chakra. We have a lot to do with the throat chakra. Well, a lot of people will be like, yes, we're living in these dimensions. We have a lot of work to do in clearing these gateways. Keep working on speaking your truth. It will really help unlock your abilities as well as your manifesting. Our voice is how we express ourselves. It's very important that we're staying in alignment with, you know, who we are in terms of our higher self as well. Regina Lali Morella. Integration. Forgive yourself and others. Reunion. Let go of defenses. Open the door. If we haven't done the proper amount of healing work, we're going to have a very hard time kind of flowing in these energies. A lot of people are starting to kind of drown in them, or it's too much, right? It can be very overwhelming. So for sure, make sure that you're doing more heart chakra healing, more forgiveness. We just need to become lighter and lighter. The same old baggage is kind of weighing us down for a long time, making us too dense. It's time to let go of this stuff. We can't carry around this past stuff anymore, and we're not seeing the big picture. So when we get hung up on lessons, we're not seeing, why did we end up there? Maybe we had a million past incarnations that have led us to this place, and you know, whatever it is. So for sure, work on more heart chakra healing. Kathy Anderson Casuno. Hold on, to fix this. All right. Kathy. Kathy, dove of peace. Stay in the heart. Work on your heart chakra too. 2020 is going to be a lot of heart chakra expansion as well as a lot of work on the upper chakras as well. Keep working on your heart chakra. You should be drawn to things like light languages, which are really powerful for activating kind of past life abilities, past life knowings as well. A lot of these, I was talking about light languages last night. A lot of these languages are either angelic, they could come from places like Lemuria, right? Things like that. Cheyenne Busy. Divine Blueprint, Source Self-Embodiment, Inspiration, you're ready. Time to unlock your potential. We're going through a light body activation with these energies. Anything that we can do, like shifting our diet, energy work, powerful, right? Anything like that is only going to help us going through this process. Keep staying focused on your light body and healing that. Paul Max. Crystal Child, your natural core, pure, innocent, removing falsehood, seer, and we are crystallizing. This is happening on a physical level. Remember, our body is really a spiritual projection, right? It's really a projection of who we are. So our body is physically changing as our soul is kind of going throughout this journey. You know, your core being is crystalline. Rick Larkham, Family of Light, signs, guidance, a knit in ancient wisdom. For sure, keep on putting out a vibration for your soul family to find you. I have this inner knowing that you kind of come here with certain consciousness groups, and I believe you can find these people on your frequency. Well, the problem with that idea, because, you know, we find soulmates as well. We find other souls that we kind of recognize going through this experience. If we're not vibrating at our frequency, it can be hard for us to attract anything in our life, right? So once we kind of wake up and do this spiritual work, heal our energy, we become really magnetic for people like our soulmates, our soul family to find us. Sarah Hilda Javars. Arise. Know and flow is the love that you are. Bliss. I look at bliss like we talk about samadhi, right? States of consciousness, states of awareness. Keep working on following your bliss. I find that a lot of people will find their bliss through doing missions, though, of service, right? That we tend to be dissatisfied in life and that we can't really fill ourselves materially. We found that we must fill ourselves spiritually, and through kind of, you know, tapping into consciousness and kind of working on these missions of service, that's how we're really going to find our bliss, the states of samadhi. Will Davis, you are sovereign. Right to choose, immunity to hooks, and we really gave away our power a long time ago for security because it scared us on so many levels. We saw what it could do in past times, and we're just getting it back now after a very long time. It's like little kids getting a timeout, and I tell people that we have to learn how to play nice now, right, to get along with everyone. We're just being taught to simply be nicer people, that the energy that we're putting out comes back to us, and that through us being nicer people, right, it's obviously better for us. So that's where we're kind of at with this. Christy Anderson. Resolution. Old timelines are collapsing. Insights. Higher self-embodiment and expression. If your life seems chaotic right now, or like you just have a lot of lessons or a lot going on, just know you have many timelines playing out at once. That's why sometimes our lives don't make sense to us. Like, why was I over here with this and then doing this in the same life, in the same experience? So we are seeing many versions of ourselves. You know, since we started, we've seen so many versions of ourselves play out. This is about you, you know, finding the version that best aligns with yourself during this time. Anything else doesn't matter. This is about who we're being turned into at this time for the, you know, next period or so ahead of us. This is about us finding ourselves on deeper levels, that resonance with who we are. Sandra Kirkpatrick. Creation, unique expression, flow of creation, joyfulness, and all of creation starts with our mind, what we're thinking about, right? We get to think things about things, and then usually we create them. Really stay focused on manifesting right now. You have a lot of abilities. Working on your third eye would really help you guys too. You guys know I do work like third eye activations as well, which is really powerful for further working on those energy centers. See, Vesna Milos, Earth Angel, I love it. Kindness, sensitivity is strength, higher perspective, divine abilities. Not only do you have an angelic connection, I like to think we're being turned into these earth kind of angels, right? Where people might even consider an interaction with you, a very brief interaction with you, almost angelic in nature as well. So we're kind of getting back to that angelic, divine template now that humanity used to have a long time ago. So when we communicate with our own angels, which everyone has angels, we have guardian angels, we have guides, we have angels. A lot of times we kind of are like a radio receiver. So when we were at low frequencies, we couldn't really tune in very good to our angels around us. As we're raising our frequency, we're going to be able to kind of tune into that angelic guidance more and more. A lot of the times your angels are sending you people, experiences, and synchronicity. I've been getting a ton of angel numbers lately. I get them all day long, like every time I'm in our groups. And I swear I get a number code like every time, and I look them all up. Like I Google the number, an angel number, and get a code, right? Get a message. So a lot of the times the messages are not always real obvious. It could be synchronicities, number codes, just seeing things. But your angels are always communicating with you. Echo Brook. Abundance. Fullness of source. Enough for all. Open. For sure, we're talking about, you know, going from that third dimensional way of lack to a fifth dimensional system of abundance for all, right? It's where we're headed. Stay in gratitude. Work on your manifesting, especially you, right? Work on your manifesting. Work on having an abundance mindset, and that's how you'll see real abundance in your life. Let's see. Brandon Matthew Alexander. Love it. Crown. Right to know, go beyond attachments, divine alignment, time to let go of attachments. We tend to have all of these things, right? It's time to let go of anything no longer serving us, the thing is pulling down our energy, anything weighing us down. That's how we really raise our frequency. Continue to let go of anything not serving you in your life. Ruth. Manifest, co-creation, gratitude, divine alignment, joyful envisions. Stay aligned with what you're thinking about. Our brain was meant to be more like a supercomputer that we're kind of like navigating the experience every second, and we're usually thinking a lot, right? Kind of clogging our head up a lot. We're in our head too much. Keep working on your root chakra. Stay consciously aware of the things you're thinking about and what you're trying to manifest. Trudy Glenn. Depths of love. Let go of fear to jump into love. Let go of attachments. We're going to be working on a lot of heart chakra work this year, like I said. So any heart chakra work you can do will help a lot. Rachel Farr. Rising to Pleiadian frequencies. Sacred bond, healing, clear space for higher energies. You for sure have a Pleiadian connection. I think a lot of the people that are on my feeds for sure have galactic connections, or you wouldn't be tuned into these frequencies to kind of find these messages. So for sure, work with these energies. Margie O'Brien, awakening. This is what's happening to the planet. There is an awakening that is occurring. Know who you are. DNA activations. Keep working on your DNA. And there is an awakening that is unfolding. And there are many that are kind of working towards a better state for humanity. And it gives me a lot of hope when I kind of get up and go about my day, right? It gives me a lot of hope when I see all of the other light workers kind of on their missions as well. So there is awakening that is unfolding. This is all needed. Remember, there's people at different levels. I think we're going to see a political awakening in the very near future, the next couple of months, let's say. We're going to see a lot kind of unfold with the financial systems because people are at different places of learning. So a lot of people that still think the government's going to save them or an external force might be kind of disillusioned in the next couple of months. It's very important that we're no longer giving away our power and expecting other people to change or fix our situation in any way. We kind of have to dig in deep and go within and do that ourselves. Lori Parrish Robinson, Earth and Air, stabilization, physical integration, mental clearing, and like I said, there's a lot of energies clearing, and we're getting blasted with these high frequency galactic energies, and it is helping clear things away. A lot of people are thinking these energies don't feel good. This is divine energy. It's like as close to God as we can get, right? This planet getting blasted with kind of source energy particles. So this is for our highest good. It's meant to be clearing out things that are like low vibration. Pamela Rose. Healing, gentleness of love, realignment, transformation. And so there is a recalibration that is occurring right now. Make sure that you're taking really good care of your energy. Feel it out. See how you guys are feeling. I say that about these energies, that really they just bring out what's already underneath, right? So they tend to just kind of flare up any kind of existing issues or bring it to the surface or kind of shine a light on it. Pay attention to how you guys feel. Kind of, we're kind of heavy in this eclipse energy, right? Pay attention to your body. If you need more time to rest, it might seem seem kind of crazy, but I think those eclipses happened kind of over this holiday break, so people would be able to rest more if they needed it. But pay attention to how you're feeling. Sam McDonald. Cosmic circles. Create sacred space. Embrace unlimited possibilities. Work on your space as well. It's important that we're kind of fixing our reality. It's important that we're fixing our reality, and that starts with the internal state. Everyone wants to go fix the external. We really have to fix the internal, and the external will change on its own. So really work on going within. Maybe more meditation, more healing. Gina Calagra Arena. Stepping stones. Take the next step. Let go of the old paradigm. It's time to kind of take that step. I think that everyone on this video has been led to me. I know, from my perspective, everyone on this video that will even find it has been led to me in some regard. Most people probably, who knows, right? Won't come find me. Won't ask me why, right? Won't ask me why. It's okay. But I really believe that about my reality, and I know that to be true. So none of this is random. It doesn't matter where you're being led, whether it's a video, an article, maybe to a person. It's all orchestrated. Nothing is random. It's all kind of divinely kind of laid out, all of this. So pay attention to where you guys are. Nothing is random, even if it's a video, you know, like an interaction with someone, something in the matrix. Nothing is random. These are your lessons being laid out, kind of why we're going through this experience. So pay attention. We're always in the right place at the right time. We would have agreed to be right here on this video for whatever reason. I believe these videos are bringing up the frequencies though, and they're, you know, a way for so that I can channel out kind of energies and activations, so they're pretty powerful too. But we would have agreed to all of this. Nothing is random. Just know you're in the right space. Lizzie McDizzle, multidimensional. Multiple dimensions, timelines, be you, don't even try to fit in. We're going to see a ton of, I guess we'll say, spaceships, right? Crafts, UFOs. We're going to see more and more of the interdimensional. That could be spirits, right? It could be all sorts of things. Angels. We can see more and more of what's really always just been kind of around us. So we're becoming more multidimensional, tuned into, you know, things outside of the normal kind of third dimensional senses, tuning in more and more to the spiritual senses, hopefully, and seeing kind of more and more of what's really around too as we're going through this. Rebecca Maud Ellis. Fire and water. Stillness amongst turmoil. Feel emotional integration. Make sure that you're grounding, connecting with the earth. That's powerful. I couldn't even begin to tell you what getting outside on these ley lines and kind of sacred sites has done for my energy and my body. So it's doing weird things to my body, right? Helping further activate me. Get outside, right? Whether it's like being barefoot outside, getting more fresh air. I know a lot of people are cooped up this time of year, depending on where you live on the planet. It doesn't matter. Open your windows, get some sage, Palo Santo. I believe that these things really kind of connect us to the energies of Gaia. More connecting with the earth. I'm drawing a lot of elemental souls to me now too, right? I'm drawing a lot of kind of elemental souls to me too. And if you guys are someone who is an elemental soul, just know that you kind of get a certain power from the earth. It's like a recharge. It's the energy that you need. So if you identify with any of that, for sure kind of get outside, get more fresh air. It will help you kind of step into your power too. If you guys aren't sure what kind of soul you are, you know, we can talk about that in my Akashic readings I do. Kelly Easton, Rainbow Child, Unstoppable, New Earth Builder, Multi-Talented, Miraculous Alchemy. Yeah, you're going to be building the new earth. So you're a manifester. I say that the manifestors might have had a harder time here in the lower frequency. These are the people that would be manifesting the crazy things that people would be like, what? Why is this happening to you, right? Maybe kind of going outside the box, right? Going outside of that American dream template, kind of seeing crazy things. Maybe things that weren't that great when we didn't have mastery of our mind and we're kind of cut off from ourselves spiritually. So for sure, stay aligned with what it is you're manifesting now. We didn't have a lot of control over the beginning of our story. We can just say we had a lot of karmic debt to work off, and we are going to write the ending, however. So while we may have been kind of, you know, going through the beginning of our story, we're going to kind of find our power, hopefully, and write the end of our story and be kind of, you know, responsible for whatever kind of plot twist we want to bring into our life or our story. Yasmin Curley, Angelic Ones. Divine healing is upon you. Divine grace and divine guidance. And you for sure have that angelic connection. see. Leka M. Cities of Light, Telos, Adama, Inner Earth, Etheric Retreats, Family of Light. A lot of you guys are grid workers. When I do a reading, I really quick will look at your sun sign and your energy type, right? And then I go talk to you. And I find that a lot of the people that are drawn to my videos might even be like generator energy types, which I kind of look at like the grid workers, right? The energy workers, which is kind of a topic for another day. But it's a powerful energy. We're making energy around here. So it's really important that we're connecting with the earth, because we are activating the planet too. And we kind of hold different codes and different activations. And that's why we're kind of exchanging them. And it's very important that we're doing that process with the earth as well. Michael Arelis, Sacred Mountain, Vision Quest, Clarity and Truth, Deep Healing. And we're on this kind of crazy journey. We basically are, I could go into this, how we basically are on a psychedelic trip, just experiencing life, because it really is almost like a holographic kind of virtual reality experience that we're having. Like I said, we go to sleep every night and we go into these inner worlds, and that's basically what we're into now. But this is meant to be a journey towards ascension this life, like deep healing, more heart chakra work. It will really help unblock you. You're already really tuned into other people's like energy, emotions. You're very empathic. So any heart chakra work that you can do will help unlock you more like telepathically and with your abilities. Janice Corell. Peace beyond survival. Peacemaker through inner peace. Resolving ancient splits. Like I said, we're doing a lot of ancestral healing, right? Like literally, your lessons, I know we were taught that this was us. These were like things that we picked up that were going down these bloodlines forever that our ancestors could not heal, that hopefully are ending with us. And we're doing a lot of kind of collective healing this journey as well. So just know a lot of our lessons had less to do with, us and our experience, and more to do with the work that we are here to do as light workers too. Keep working on your heart chakra, just from a lot of kind of like, we'll say, past life trauma that you've been sent to kind of experience, feel, and heal this life. You're someone who could benefit from a lot of like extra love with yourself, extra heart chakra healing. Any type of soul retrieval would be really good for you too. Lori Sandal, France. Love it. Divine Feminine. And this is a lot of what I want to work with, I think, right? The Divine Feminine. While I work with both energies, it's very important that we are realizing that there is a certain healing that has to occur with the Divine Feminine at this time. I swear that we have to come into balance. And that can be kind of hard, right? The feminine did not have an easy ride this life. So I am someone who knows that we reincarnate and that we've had many experiences. So if you are someone that is, playing that role of the feminine, this is your time to heal and to rise, but also to restore balance within the masculine. So we have a lot of work to do. More love. We need those kind of mom vibes around here too. We need those kind of unconditional love, healing kind of mom vibes. A lot of you guys are even conscious parenting, which is something huge in all of this. I believe that a lot of people will be in the future as well that might not even be aware of. That's why they're here during this time. A lot of this healing is going to be done with these younger souls as well. Let's see. Maria Garcia. Cosmic heart source. Work on your heart chakra. Source to all. True home. Just be heart connection. Your soul is leading you home this whole journey, right? You never know where it'll take you to. Like with me. So your soul is leading you home. We need to learn how to fine-tune our intuition, to kind of hone in on our spiritual gifts, to bring them out more, because we need to rely on that internal knowing or that soul compass as our compass leading us along on this journey. A lot of people are very cut off from things like their intuition, and they're not really hearing it that loud. We need to really be able to tune into where are we going, how are we navigating this experience. If you're tuned into your intuition, that is your guide. So make sure that you're following your own intuition too. You know about your experience a lot better than anyone else would, right? I know everyone is real fast to judge other people around here, but trust me, you know about every one of your experiences. You have details people don't know about your life, right? You've been with you this whole time. For sure, follow your own intuition. Let's see. Kayla Tingley. I love it. Star connection. This is you. Star connection. Guidance from the stars. Galactic self. Unified field. And that's why I draw a lot of, like I said, these soul types to me. So just know that everything, if it doesn't make sense in your life, it's going to at some point. Why you're here, why you've experienced everything, why you needed these lessons. Congratulations. You've all got a really good tour of Earth and how things work here, especially the people on the planet. Because you're going to be assisting in some way, like I said, if you're not already. Nicole Kareen. Initiation. Deep trust, deep healing, reconnection with all. For sure, make sure, I know I'm like level introvert where I could just avoid everyone all the time, right? But make sure that you guys are connecting with other people that you vibe with spiritually. It's really powerful. We can see that things like, in the past, people might have experienced things like spiritual attacks, or maybe you guys have at some point in time. I believe, you know, it's part of the journey as we purge out the old and stuff like that. But we can see that with connection, those kind of things stop. Those kind of negative spiritual things can't affect people as much. So connection is very powerful. Make sure that you guys are trying to find your soul tribe, people that you resonate with. Make sure you're making some new high vibe friends that are awake, that are a better mirror of who you are, for sure. Amber Lee. Breathing, ground, feels, sensations, purity, clarity, and expression. These past 2 years were so much work. We won't even get into the decade. We're closing out, right? Let alone the decade. These 2 years, though, have been powerful for ascension. We're going through this cleansing, this purifying, this releasing kind of as we go through this process. So we're entering 2020 a lot lighter, I swear. It might not feel like it, but we're entering 2020 a lot lighter. So we're kind of at a good place energetically. Make sure you're grounding, connecting with the earth. Like I said, these are new energies. These are new frequencies. As we continue to kind of go up and increase in frequency, make sure that you're anchoring into them, that you're grounding, that you're getting used to them for a minute. Linda Bonham. Storm. It's okay to feel it all. Cleanse, collapse into the old, realignment. And I've just been someone who's been trying to understand these ascension energies. I look for patterns. I'm just that kind of person where I'm the type who will put stuff together and kind of string things together so I understand what is happening. And it feels like a nice calm space today, but it's anything but. We kind of went through that first eclipse gateway and we're getting ready to go through that second one, January 10th. And we're kind of at this space in between, right? Traveling towards the other eclipse gateway. And so this is some very powerful energy that we're going through too. That's why it can really help us to learn how to manifest. I'm back doing videos today because I really need it. I've been gone for a minute and I need to get back into my workflow. So I'm going to try to use these energies to do that. So I know people kind of feel the need to like rest more and lay around more, try to move around more, try to flow, try to get outside, even if it's like doing errands, try to run around a little. I bet you'll feel amazing and kind of go into higher states of bliss with it. Noor Nishad. Whale teachings, depth of experience and healing, teacher and mentor, share wisdom. If you feel like you had a harder path, congratulations, you probably did. You know, we're kind of getting shaped into who we're meant to be. I believe that we have different abilities and gifts that we came here with, but I believe at the core that we're meant to be here to teach and to assist and to heal on some level. I believe that any starseed missions will be ones of healing to help kind of restore balance, harmony, the planet, things like that. You're kind of getting molded into that. If people need help to try to get on these missions or with more of this stuff, I was telling someone yesterday, try to get into Reiki. You guys know I do Reiki attunements, but it's a good way to get into energy so that you can learn how to, you know, send and receive it and work with it. That will help unlock a lot of things within you. Christy Mabe. Time to flow. Release control, divine will, oceanic consciousness. Time to surrender to the universe. Like I said, there is this universal force that is guiding us, that is assisting us, that is working with us. Surrender, let it go. We're always trying to control kind of our outside experience. Really just know the universe has a bigger plan for you than you have for yourself. We have to figure that out at some point because we had a lot of resistance occurring trying to kind of go on our own kind of path that we wanted to be on. And we're being brought to a different space. We're being brought on a spiritual kind of path, to a spiritual place. So just kind of surrender, trust the process, go with the flow. Jenny Bergstaller. Vision of unity, focus on the light, right to see, releasing illusion, pineal activation. I loved this solar eclipse. It really did a lot for our third eye. I was at Stonehenge, and when the sun kind of sets and comes up, the sun was being activated, you know, I call it by the galactic center of the universe. So we have all this galactic energy flooding the sun, and then, you know, the sun's shining on us. This is a powerful time for activating our third eye. If any of you guys are into sun gazing, which I haven't done for a while, but I heard it's really beneficial to get like 10 minutes of sunlight on your third eye every day. We should be getting at least 10 minutes of the sun hitting our third eye. It will be really good for us. That will really help with third eye activation as well. So you guys should be getting outside more. Literally, I just close my eyes and relax and let the sun hit my third eye. Be open to receive, right? We can look at the sun as its own gateway, and we can see powerful things are happening with the celestial bodies, with the other planets. The sun is going through a pole shift, right? A change in polarity, we shall say. It's going through its own kind of spiritual experience, we'll say, but it's really powerful time to be connecting with the sun, especially in between this kind of ascension gateway that we're in, this eclipse gateway. For sure, try to work on your third eye. Ij Exisa. Good. I know I get motivated to try to come back and do videos too. So I'm trying to find my fire in this energy. There's been a lot of kind of crazy energy flying around. It can be really hard for people that are really energy sensitive. So make sure you guys are taking good care of yourself too. Ij. Know yourself, meditate, who am I? The veil is lifting, and we're able to see more and more of what's really there. That comes to ourselves as well. I like to say people are very complex too, but we need to have a good understanding of who we are to kind of do this and find our power, I believe. Really ask yourself who you are on deep levels. Nicole Rosada. Ellen of the Ways, attune to nature's signs to find your way, follow your heart. And we have a lot of, theme with getting back to nature. And that's really where we went wrong. We see a lot of people are in the mind a lot, especially since the soul kind of went through this kind of evolution from Lemuria, which was very heart-based and one with nature, to Atlantis, which was like technology overload, right? Technology overload, and kind of being in a space of the mental too much. And we're going to find balance now. I think that we need to restore balance with nature, to restore balance with ourselves. So we're kind of feeling a pull to get back to nature, out of that kind of mental space and into a space of the heart now, into a space of love. Jason Lester. Elder. Spiritual mentoring, equality, stability, wisdom, experience, and counsels. And a lot. You guys have heard a calling, or you wouldn't be here. You guys have been called, like I said, to assist in some way. And I know this is a process, right? This is a process we're all going through. But in some way, you have had a calling that you're hearing, to kind of step up and assist in all of this too. Pay attention. Kathy Sanderson Shaw. Emergence, celebrate, sensuality, joy, right to enjoy, truly living. I'm going to be for sure celebrating 2020. I think everyone should be, because we're wrapping up, like I said, a 2-year cycle of a lot of work, and we're ready to step into some new energies. And we've all been doing a lot of work to kind of get to this place. Beck Smith. We have been praying for rain in Australia for sure. Stay positive about it for sure. There is a kind of a divine order to these experiences. So just know if you're someone that is experiencing or seeing kind of things that we might see as negative, they will bring about a positive response later. So we can't always understand why things are happening. We could see America went through a lot of fires as well, and something positive did come out of that because a lot of their GMO foods burned down and things that weren't so good for people. And then it kind of gives us space to create something new. So for sure, we've been sending rain vibes there. You can have all of our rain in England, right? We've been sending a lot of rain vibes there, but I also had to take kind of a step back and see the bigger picture of why these experiences are happening. There is an awakening that has to occur on this planet. So we see there's a lot of lessons kind of happening at once. Beck, share space, telepathy, co-creation, communing and honoring. So for sure, send good vibes, but try to put your focus on the positive as well. Sometimes we don't mean to. We're focused on the negative, or we're bringing about more of those kind of negative changes we don't want to see. So the best thing to do is shift your positive view to the positive. Imagine it raining there. Sit around, daydream, and picture it pouring. There's water everywhere. It's flooding, right? Pouring. But I do have good news for you that in January, this eclipse is going to be in Cancer, and so it's going to be very emotional. We know with emotions, water comes. So you can expect that you're going to see that rain in the near future, and so kind of hold hope of where you're at. So we can see this planet's about to get flooded emotionally, and that brings a lot of rain. It brings a lot of water. So we do have good things on the way, I swear. I'm going to be getting off of here on that note, but for sure, if you guys like these videos, try to share this content out on these pages more. It just helps so much. I'm trying to really get my mission in gear for 2020. So for sure, sharing any of this content, purchasing any classes, healings, readings, it helps so much with what I'm trying to do. It also makes it so that I can kind of do some more fun things and bring better content to these pages. I will be back tomorrow for more cards.